Greetings and welcome to the Southside Help Center Show. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. This is a live call-in show, so if you have any questions, please give us a call here at the station. Our number here is 312-738-1060. 312-738-1060. We're a couple of minutes behind, so we are not going to belabor. I want to first thank all of those viewers over there at Vivian Carter Senior Building. I want to thank Restoration of Hope, which is a domestic violence for youth program, and we've been working closely with them to try to get some new programming for our youth. And speaking of youth is what we're going to be talking about today. Today my guest is Miss Ericka Dawson. Say hello, Ericka.
Hello.
Ericka Dawson is the director of the youth programs at the Southside Help Center. So we brought Ericka in today so we want to talk about some of the things that we got upcoming, what you guys can look forward to do, what you need to do to get your kids involved. We always talking about alternative programs for youth. We have alternative programs for youth, so it's very important that you definitely get your youth involved in these programs so that they can definitely get some different negotiation skills, violence prevention. We do HIV and STD prevention. We do a number of different things. So please, please, please get your kids involved in these programs. Ericka, take it away. We're going to let Ericka talk a little bit about what they're doing at the Southside Help Center as far as youth program.
Okay. We have our after-school program, which runs Monday through Friday from 3 to about 5:30, 6 o'clock, depending on the activities. We have weekly mentoring for males and females, ages 10 through 12, as well as ages 13 through 17. We have bi-weekly field trips with the YMCA. It's called Black and Latino Achievers. It is a career development and college preparatory program where we take the children to visit different colleges within the city of Chicago, as well as different businesses within the city of Chicago. We also do field trips on the days in which the children are not in school. Specifically, we have a lot of schools in our area that are tracky, if your parents are familiar with that. So on the days that school is not in session, the center is open, and we do offer different activities, leadership skills, team building skills, life skills, prevention workshops. We offer all of those things to the students after school, as well as when school is not in session.
That's a lot. And the one thing that we need is a lot of programming for our youth. It's all about exposure. What are we exposing our kids to? So that's a lot of programs that they're offering. The youth development program is. We got a flyer sitting here. I want to make sure that we get to this flyer, Ericka. Let's talk a little bit about that. Let's do the overheads.
This is a flyer that really just describes our after-school program. As you can see, the flyer does say that the program is free. We want to make sure that the public,
free.
Yes, that the public understands that this is a free program at no cost to the family. The only thing the children will receive is great help, and it will be of benefit to the students.
Go ahead.
Can you go back to the flyer, please? There's pictures of our students. One of the things we want to do is show how much fun the students have and show them actually participating in events. And so these are real life pictures. These pictures are not off of the internet. These are our students, and this is how much fun we have at the center.
Yeah, that's great. They do a variety of different programming, and not only that, we want to make sure that we talk about these activities that they got planned, because this is what we've been talking about: after school programs, how important it is that we do alternative programming. If you have any questions about these after school programs for Ms. Dawson, please give us a call here at the station. This is a live call-in show. Do not wait for us to go off air and then make all these phone calls. If you got kids that are between the ages of 10 and 17 and you need something for them to do, please, please, please give us a call. Get those kids involved. It's all about exposure. They do a phenomenal job with our youth programs. I'm telling you, if you got kids, you need some place for them to be. There's going to be a safe environment, a healthy environment, an educational environment, and a constructive environment. This is the place you want to send them. We're located 10420 South Halsted. That's 10420 South Halsted. What time y'all start accepting kids, Ericka, during the day?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, they can come in. Let me show you just a little bit. This is over here. Ericka, go ahead and talk about what we got going on with this calendar here, because there's a lot of stuff on it.
It is. This is our January 2011 calendar. I do understand that we are halfway through the month, but I felt it was important to share some of the activities that we have had since the year began, as well as the activities that we are going to have. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, we have mentoring. As you can see, that is repetitive. It is weekly, from 4:15 or 4 o'clock to about 5 o'clock. We also have a science fair, which has been every Thursday. Our science material has been provided by the Museum of Science and Industry. Like I said, we have Black and Latino Achievers every other Saturday. That is on the calendar. We've also had for the past month and a half legal presentations from the First Defense Legal Aid, where they come, they talk to the students about their rights, about the legal system, about the court system, about what happens when kids get arrested, how you can get things expunged off of your record, and so on and so forth. As well as the next field trip that we're going to have will be on the 28th. The students will be out of school, and we will take the kids to Legoland Discovery Center. And this is an opportunity for them to build out of Legos whatever they want to build. So it helps them with their engineering concepts. And then we also have another flyer. You can post this flyer up.
All right, let's put the other one up. Make sure we get all of our flyers in so that you guys can get as much information about these programs that we can give you.
On January 30th, which is a Sunday, we will have a free field trip. This is a campus tour of the Illinois Math and Science Academy. So this will give our students an opportunity to visit the Illinois Math and Science Academy, sit in some classrooms. They will have breakfast as well as lunch, and this is free. The students will be picked up at Southside Help Center around 8 a.m., and then they will return around 5 p.m. For those of you who don't know, the Illinois Math and Science Academy is in Aurora, so this will be kind of a far trip, but not too far, and it'll be definitely educational.
And this is the thing we don't want you to talk about, is there's not enough programs. We know there's not enough programs. These are just some of the little things that we're trying to do to give our kids some alternatives, and not only that, give them some exposure. We keep talking about exposure, exposure, exposure. We know what our children are being exposed to. Let's expose them to some different things, just like the Science and Math Academy. We need to expose our kids to that. They need to get that early. Not only that, we got a teen summit that we just had on Monday. We also are planning another teen summit that's going to be phenomenal. This teen summit will take place on March the 19th. This teen summit will be talking about domestic violence amongst youth. So many of us do not know what that looks like or what we need to look for, and that's going to be for the children as well as the parents. Parents need to come out so that they'll know what they need to be looking for when they see different things going on with their children. Not only are we going to be doing domestic violence among youth, we're going to be doing HIV prevention and education as well as STDs. It is so very important that we when we talk about prevention and intervention, that we understand the difference. Prevention happens before the problem exists. Oftentimes people look at the intervention, meaning now we have to intervene, we have to make changes, we have to try to stop some particular behaviors. Let's do some prevention, people. Let's do this stuff before it actually happens. And that's what these teen summits are about. They're about giving you some tools. They're about giving our kids some alternatives. So it's important that we as parents come together, because we have to make it happen. Remember who the engine is. Parents, we need you. We need your help. Help us to help you. Get these kids to the Southside Help Center. Let them get involved in these programs, these mentoring programs, these teen summits, because also with the teen summit we're going to be doing substance abuse prevention. Parents, you need to know what that looks like. You need to know when your children are making transitions. You need to know when your children are making changes, meaning that you look and see some behaviors that you haven't seen before. Then you can start making some relationships, meaning that, you know what, I seen this right here looks just like that. So now you know what you can do to intervene if it's necessary. Parents, we need you to help us to help you. There's a lot of programs that they got going on. I keep saying they, because I'm not in the youth department. That's Miss Dawson's department, and they are phenomenal back there. I do workshops around substance abuse, HIV prevention, and so forth. They are doing a lot of different things with these mentoring programs, with these science fairs. Science fairs are phenomenal. It's so important that our kids get involved with different things. Again, I can't say enough. Exposure, exposure, exposure. And this is just a chip in the bucket when they start talking about Legoland, Discovery Center. This is something that our children need to see. It's so important that they look at the different things as opposed to seeing the same things. So parents, get involved. If you have any questions about any of the programs that we're talking about, give us a call here at the station. The number is 312-738-1060. I want you to talk a little bit about the mentoring programs as well, Ericka. We talked about the Ladybugs. Let's talk a little bit about that and who does that, who needs to be involved in that program.
Okay. As I said before, we have female and male mentoring. The female mentoring, ages 10 through 12, will be Ladybugs, and I am the one that is in charge of that. And we talk to the young ladies about their change and the change that they're experiencing in their body. We talk to them about self-confidence, self-image. We talk to them about relationships, about family planning. We have all types of discussions with the kids. And then there is ages 13 through 17, and that is called Classy Young Lady Academy. And we just basically discuss with them how important it is to get your grades up. The same concepts: self-image, relationships, life skills, leadership, team building. And then there's Little Giants, as well as Young Men on Business. Those are the male mentoring groups, and the same things are taught to the males about how to be a man, how to believe in yourself, how to stand up for yourself. It is important for you to be educated. It is important for you to push for the black community and to be a leader. Those are the things that we focus on them with.
Absolutely. I mean, these programs are truly phenomenal, and you know, we know on the south side of Chicago, not just the south side of Chicago, we know in the city of Chicago, so much violence go on with our youth. We know that there's so little of our mentoring programs. We need mentoring programs like these programs, but we need to get you to bring those kids in because they need to see some different things. When you start talking about Little Ladybugs or Ladybugs as a mentoring program and what they need to see when you start talking about self-worth, what does that really mean? When you start talking to the brothers, you send them to the Little Giants and you start talking about conflict resolution. What do I do alternative to fighting? What do I do alternative to pulling guns? What do I do alternatives? What are we doing constructive? And the one thing that I know that we often talk about, what we need in our community. We got programs. We just need to make sure that our kids are involved in those programs. But I always want to say parents, 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 because I know Ms. Dawson welcomes parental support. And how important is parental support, Ms. Dawson? Just how important is that?
Well, I think most people will agree that all help begins in the home first. For the kids to come to the center for 2.5 hours per day, that's one thing. But then when they go home, if the things that they are not taught at the center are not reinforced, if the things that they are taught at the center are not reinforced, then it really does no justice. So we definitely need the support of the parents, as well as extended families. Most kids are definitely highly influenced by older cousins or uncles or things of that nature. So we need the support of everybody really to push these kids in the right direction.
Yes, absolutely. And real quick, speaking of the right direction, I want to make sure that we do not miss talking about the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Funds, because through the Scholarship Fund, and so many of our children are exposed through Southside Help Center college tours. I mean, every year they go on a college tour of historically black colleges. I'm talking about they go down there to Atlanta, they go down to Memphis, different places where they have historically black colleges. Every year we have, through the Valerie Smith, let me slow down a little bit. Through the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund, we have sent so many children through colleges, to colleges, and helped them and assisted them in colleges. This is a program that our founders, her daughter, Valerie Smith, she, I met her some years back. She was a phenomenal woman. They designed this scholarship fund in her memory. Valerie, one of the things that she did was whenever she ran across kids who were in school, she would send them packages. She would send them care packages, and you would be surprised. College students need so much. You know, they're in college, they have very little resources, and she would do everything in her power to make sure they got as much as they possibly could. So in her memory, her parents started the Valerie Smith Reed Scholarship Fund, and through that fund, we've sent hundreds of kids and given hundreds of scholarships out every year. If you would like to know more information about that, you can always go to the Southside Help Center website. That's www.southsidehelp.org. Go to the website. You can pull up our youth programs. You can pull up the scholarship fund. It's so many different things that we're doing at the center, and we just want to make sure that so many people, or everybody that possibly can take advantage of those programs that we have, so that we don't have to keep talking about what our kids are not doing, and we can begin to talk about what our kids are doing. So it's important that we get them young. We continue to follow them. We continue to guide them, help them, direct them. If you have any questions about these youth programs, call us here at the station. That number is 312-738-1060. I got Miss Ericka Dawson on the show with me today, and she is talking about these youth programs and how important it is for us to get our children involved, and how important it is for the parents to become a part of our youth programs. Talk about the science project, because the science fair, I always found science to be interesting. We come up and we get a little taste of science, making volcanoes. That's all we ever do is the volcanoes. But talk a little bit about what that consists of there.
Basically, it is introducing the students to creating ideas. The first project, they were to take something that was already created and established, such as a pencil, and they were to improve it. And some of them came up with some great ideas to improve the pencil. The second week, we dissected items like digital clock. We dissected a camera, and if I'm not mistaken, we also dissected a phone. And they were to take those items apart, and then we looked at what we had on the table. We tried to figure out what the pieces were, which out of those three items, what were similar pieces, and what did they mean. And tomorrow they're going to have to create something electrical.
All right.
That's definitely going to be interesting tomorrow.
Right. We're trying to get us some young scientists now. Let's not forget, Black History Month is coming up on next month, and we want to be able to one day talk about some of our youth and what they've done as a contribution to society. So it's going to be very important that we involve them in science as well. We're located 10420 South Halsted. That's 104th and Halsted. That's not far south, but it's on 104th and Halsted. So if you can get to Halsted Street either direction, you can bring your kids to the center. So we're right on 104th and Halsted. That's 10420 South Halsted. We have 3 locations, but the location that we deal with our youth is on 104th and Halsted. So if you're anywhere near there, please drop by, check out the programs, talk with Ms. Dawson, and come and check out our youth programs. I believe we have a caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, I want to know if you were interested in being a mentor. Can you get involved?
Absolutely. What you need to do is take this number down. The number is 773-445-5445. That's 773-445-5445. And you can actually give Ms. Dawson a call. Ms. Dawson, what's your extension?
4251.
4251, because there's a process that we use when we're talking about mentoring. We want to make sure that we get everybody signed up and make sure that we get all our background checks in, because we want to make sure our kids are safe as possible. So you can give us a call back at the center, and they'll tell you exactly what that process consists of. We always need mentors. Let me tell you something about mentors. What people don't realize is people always say they want, and I'm not talking about you, sweetheart, but I'm talking about the guys for the most part, and this is the biggest problem we have. We be talking about volunteering 2 hours a month, just 2 hours a month, and that's difficult for so many people. So we're talking about a commitment here. We're talking about, as our mentors, that you find you 2 hours in that month that you can give back to your community. Now here's the thing about mentoring. Yes, we want those brothers who are looking at Wall Street, those doctors, lawyers, and Indians chief, but we also want those brothers who are making changes in their lives, because we want them to step up and let these brothers know, look, if you choose this path, this is what you got coming. But if you choose this path, this is what you got coming. Mentors come in all shapes and sizes. We're not looking for just a cookie-cutter mentor. We're looking for brothers and sisters who are committed to our youth and making sure that they get exactly what they need to succeed. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, Mr. Cherry. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
All right. I was calling to find out. I have a teenage brother, and I wanted to know how would I get him enrolled in a youth mentoring or maybe the creative arts and learn about science, as the young lady spoke of.
Absolutely. All you got to do is call us at the center. Again, our number, 773-445-5445. Ms. Dawson, that extension?
4251.
4251. Just come up to the center. That's, I can say, not say that enough. Come. Because the thing about when you come to the center, you get a feel for what's going on. You get some energy from what's going on. So just come to the center. Bring your youth to the center. As a parent, come and see what we're talking about. Check out the staff members. Check out the facilities. I mean, it's just something about actually being there. All you got to do, we're on 10420 South Halsted. Come to the center. I promise you, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. So that's how you do it. You want to call us, 773-445-5445. Just Miss Dawson, you can give her a call at her extension. She will get you enrolled. She will get you involved, parents. She will get you educated. It's so important that we continue to come together as a community when we start talking about these youth programs. And I'm very passionate about our youth programs and what needs to happen, because we do see so often what is happening with our young people. And my heart goes out, especially to those parents. As parents, we want to make sure that the parents get what they need, because oftentimes we don't always know as parents what we need. So it's so important that you guys get involved with these programs. Take the number down, 773-445-5445. We will be talking about our youth programs throughout the process. We're going to be on for the next 13 weeks. We come on every Wednesday, 5 o'clock. Tune in. Give us a call at the center, 773-445-5445. I'm going to have Ms. Dawson back. She thinks she's going to get away, but she won't. I'm going to have Ms. Dawson back. We're going to continue to talk about these programs. We're going to continue to get these youth involved. You got about 5 seconds. Is something that you really want to say?
Yes, if you would like to be a participant at the center, just come by, fill out an application. Like I said, the program is free. It is no cost. All we need you to do is fill out an application and make sure that your child is at the center to receive the benefits.
Yep, and on behalf of the Southside Help Center, we truly would like to thank you. Until we see you again, we bid you peace.